What is up? What's going on, everybody? I want to come to you guys today, bring you guys an update on this Binance FTX thing. Been trying to keep you guys updated as we go along. As some of you guys may know by now, Binance is not going to buy FTX, and there's three reasons why CZ will not buy FTX, and one is the fact that the books do not look good. And everybody will say, well, CZ knew the books didn't look good. That's why he had a chance to acquire Binance at the price that he was going to acquire it. There's a difference between a dollar amount and what you think the books are going to look like from a dollar amount, and then what the actual books look like once you get in there and start moving things around and look at where money's actually moving and how it's moving and where your money's being spent and how much you're leveraged and how much assets you have versus how much liability you have. So that's a business aspect that you don't know until you actually get into the books. So that's reason number one why CZ is not going to buy Binance. Reason number two is it's investors' funds being at question, and the fact that they have been mismanaged and have a liability to them, and that should be of significant concern to anybody who's using FTX. The fact that somebody walked in, they did a evaluation of the company, and they said that one of the concerns were investors' funds and the ability to cover the crypto that was actually owned. That should be a red flag to everybody that's in FTX. Not financial advice, but take the information that you have that's in front of your face and you use it. You use it to your best of your ability to make the best decisions that you can, and that's a piece of information that's out there. So it's there, and you use it however you choose to use it. But the information is there in front of your face. And the third reason why CZ is not going to purchase FTX is the fact that there's some probes going in around from some United States agencies, and he wasn't specific on who and what probes and things like that, but that should concern FTX US, who was not part of this particular deal, and FTX users in general, that the government has basically started to poke around a little bit at FTX. So if that's the case, then sometimes where there's smoke there's fire, right? So I'm not saying there is, I'm not saying there's not, but sometimes where there's smoke there's fire, and that should be concerning to anybody who's holding the FTT token and have their money on the FTX exchange. So that's kind of how we got here and where we're at. So where do we go? Basically, right now, FTX is without a buyer. FTX is obviously financially insolvent, and so isn't El Marito, who owns a lot of the assets for Sam Bankman-Fried, is also basically just liquidity. Actually, it's nothing at this point. It's not worth anything. With the largest portion of their holdings was FTT Holdings, which is the the token that was created by Sam Bankman-Fried for FTX. So you guys see where the price action of that is. So you take the price action of where it was to where it is, and that's how much you've lost. And a large part of their holdings were in Sol as well. Unfortunately for Sol, they've been caught up in this mess, and Sam Bankman-Fried had purchased a ton of Sol, and has really struck fear into the Sol holders and the Sol community, rightfully so, because if they have to liquidate any of the two companies, either FTX or Al Marito, then that means they're going to be liquidating the Sol investments as well. They over leveraged themselves, and them lenders are now going to cash out all the Solana to try to recoup whatever they possibly can at the rate in which they could possibly recoup it. So there's going to be a lot of Solana sales, and people that are staking Solana, usually it's like a 3-day stake to get that out of there. So expect, not financial advice, but my opinion is that you could see Solana continue to dump over the course of a week or so as people take their stakes out and try to recoup what they can from their investments. And we'll see where Sol ends. We'll see where Solana ends. We'll see where it goes. And it's not looking good for Solana right now. I know people say, well, Solana has all these big partnerships and they're connected well with a lot of people. But that's one thing. But when people are dumping millions, possibly billions of dollars on your project, it's hard. It's hard to recover from that. So will Solana recover? More than likely, yes. They're big enough that the answer to that is probably yes. But it's going to be a long road for Solana to actually get back up to the price point that they were, if they even do. And that's just my opinion. Solana has an uphill battle. They got themselves in a mess, and Sam Bankman-Fried decided to get them in a bigger mess. And sometimes when you're in bed with large investment people and large companies and large investors, when things go bad, they go bad. When they're good, they're good. And this is the bad. And we bring you the good and the bad on this channel. So Solana is a byproduct of what happened. FTT token is also a byproduct of what happened. Their price action has dumped tremendously. Look at 2 days ago, they were sitting at $20-something. They're fighting to stay around $3 as the recording of this video. Yes, a lot of people lost a lot of money, but that token was over minted and over leveraged, and there was Sam Bankman-Fried's other company, Amarillo, had actually had more FTT tokens than the actual market cap was even worth at one point. So there was only one place to go for that token. So them are the two right now that are byproducts of this FTX fallout. Will there be more cryptocurrencies that feel the effects of this FTX situation? I believe there will be. I don't believe that we've seen the end of what's going to happen, especially if FTX cannot find a buyer. We're going to have additional issues. Unfortunately, for the FTX holders, withdrawals probably are going to be stopped. We're probably looking at maybe a Celsius type of situation with FTX. Maybe not to that extent, but a little bit of a repeat of people's money being locked up for a while. Just because, if people are withdrawing cryptocurrency and you don't have enough cryptocurrency to pay them out, they can't withdraw it. And that's the simple way to put it. That's the simple way that this thing works. And when you have centralized exchanges leveraging the cryptocurrencies that they own and still selling them to you, and the deposits that are coming in, and they're leveraging your deposit on other stuff, then when you go to withdraw your money, your stuff's not there, and they've leveraged it out, and that's kind of where FTX is right now. And unfortunately for the people that are over there now, their money may be tied up, but this has been a couple of days process. Yesterday withdrawals were open, so if withdrawals are still open, you know what you got to do, and go ahead and take care of what you need to take care of. my thoughts on this from a Binance standpoint is I think that CZ and Binance did the right thing for Binance. When you evaluate a company and you evaluate them for what they can do and what value they bring to your current company and what liability and risk you are taking on, you have to weigh that in the best interest of the current holders that you have at your current company now. I believe that Binance did that. I believe that they did their due diligence. And I think that CZ just found it to be unviable right now for Binance to do this now. So I understand that, and I understand the risk management, and that you have to evaluate when you're acquiring another company. I'm not upset at Binance. I'm not upset at CZ at all. I think CZ's did what's best for Binance in general. So, unfortunately, Sam Bankman-Fried leveraged the FTX holders' accounts. So this isn't a CZ problem. It's not a Binance problem. This is a Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX problem. CZ doesn't hold any responsibility to what happened. Regardless of the conversations that were going back and forth between Sam Bankman-Fried and CZ, the bottom line is it doesn't matter what's said. What matters is how you run your company and how you look out for your investors. And at the end of the day, they could have had a Twitter spat all day long, and if the investors' money was secured and FTX wasn't over leveraged, then guess what? We wouldn't be sitting here talking about this situation right now. So at the end of the day, this is an FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried problem, not a CZ problem and a Binance problem. CZ was actually there to see if he could actually help the situation, and he can't. And sometimes some companies are beyond saving, and obviously that's the evaluation that CZ made. So for Binance. So with that, there's the updates. Anything new comes out, we'll keep you guys updated, keep you guys in the loop. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. We've been bringing you this FTX news since day one. We'll continue to bring you this FTX news. One of the first channels to come out with a video about this, and we've been on it every day since. So hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share. We'll do the best we can to keep you guys updated. With that, I'm out.